always, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another horror movie review. Tonight we're looking at supposedly a classic, I suppose, but a classic story in a retelling of one. This is a BFI release of Werner Herzog's Nosferatu, starring Klaus Kinski. Obviously this year we had Robert Eggers' version of Nosferatu, both reimaginings of the classic German silent film, which again, that is a reimagining of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So this is the release from BFI. So before we go any further, let's have a look at the release. So this is the physical copy of BFI's release of Werner Herzog's Nosferatu, starring Klaus Kinski. This is the 4K edition. Let's just get this thing open. Let me take it off camera for a minute, guys. Okay, there we go. We will try and preserve that sticker if we can. It's not as important one, these HD ones, because it doesn't have any information about the film. It's just a general sticker that comes with these to let you know it's a 4K edition. So if we take the wrapping off, there we go. Let's see if we can take this sticker off. See if it will come off nicely for me. It's got to be a bit patient with these things, otherwise they don't come off. This one's come off okay. So we're going to stick it here so it doesn't sort of interrupt with anything. So there we are. There's the sticker. It comes with this slip case and information about the film and any special features that are on the disc. The actual 4K disc has the same artwork and the same reverse with the 4K logo on it. Okay, comes with the 4K disc with the BFI logo, and it comes with a booklet. So here's the booklet. Nosferatu the Vampire. Move these up a bit. Some images of the film and some images of backstage. He reminds me of Voldemort there from the Harry Potter films. Very text heavy, very interesting to read. If you absolutely adore this film, you will love to read all this text from this film. I think I've seen it once years and years ago. I've got a very vague memory of it. So here's the production of it and the cast. And that's the booklet that comes within this set. I'll pop that back in there. I'll pop that back in there. And that is the physical release of Nosferatu. So it's a lovely little release. I thought I'd go with the 4K this time. I don't normally, but I just thought it's going to be a classic sort of film, and it's done by BFI. So I think I will grab the 4K edition of it. And I'm happy I did. So let's have a look at any special features maybe on the disc. So this is the main menu of Nosferatu. So let's have a little look what we have on here. Audio commentaries. We have audio commentary with Werner Herzog and critic Norman Hill. We also have a commentary with Werner Herzog and filmmaker Lawrence Straub. Special features, we have Mark Commode introduction, which would be cool. The making of Nosferatu the Vampire. Still gallery, original theatrical trailer, contracting vampirism, a copyright history of Nosferatu, screen talk, probably interview with Werner Herzog. And they are the special features on Nosferatu the Vampire. So yes, there is some special features on this movie, which is pretty cool. Even the Mark Commode introduction, which is like his recommendation from the BFI player and stuff like that, which he does like every sort of month online, and so that's pretty cool. So let's get to the story. So not too much to go through on the story, I'm afraid, because it is the same story as Bram Stoker's Dracula, and obviously the German interpretation of it by Nosferatu and Robert Eggers' version of Nosferatu. It pretty much tells the same story. In fact, where the original silent movie, 1920s silent movie, took all the original names out because of sort of copyright kind of thing. But then it was banned from the UK because they're frightened it was going to get sued by Bram Stoker's wife. But then in the this time when this one got made, there was none of that. It was out of copyright. So then when this one was made, they reverted back to the original names. We have Jonathan Harker, we have Lucy. Oh, Isabel, who plays Lucy, absolutely stunning. And we have Klaus Kinski as Count Dracula. We even have a Van Helsing in there, Van Halen, Van Helsing in there, and we have obviously Mina and everyone else that's in the original. We have Renfield, and it tells exactly the same story. Renfield sends Jonathan off to the Count's castle in Transylvania to try and get him to buy this place because he wants to buy a place there. He goes there, he turns up, and sorry, Sullivan's playing around behind me. And he eventually makes his way to the castle after meeting these Romanian sort of gypsies and stuff. And he meets Count Dracula, who then sort of like turns him into a vampire and sees the picture of Lucy and falls in love. So he immediately buys the house, and then he ventures off onto the boat, the Dementor, on the way back to this little town where Lucy lives. And then you know how the story sort of goes. So it follows exactly the same story. It's a really cool story. So let's get to the characters. Yes, the characters are really cool. It's really well played out, actually. Acting is a bit touch and go in places, but it's generally of its time. It's generally pretty good. Sorry, Sullivan's playing around behind me. It's pretty good. So I'm quite pleased by the acting. Klaus Kinski's version of Nosferatu, he's pretty cool. He's got this sort of aura about him, although you can see it's Klaus Kinski, and he's sort of like yeah, it doesn't have the creepiness of the original, but he still looks very cool and plays it really well. He's almost got like these toy fingernails on, which is quite funny. But yeah, all the other characters are really cool. Renfield's really irritating in the field now. He's like, he giggles all the time and he's really irritating. So he's the only character I didn't really like in the film. But all the others played their roles really well. Like I said, Lucy, I think, was the star of the show, to be honest. I think she played the role fantastically. And Jonathan, the guy that played Jonathan, really looks pretty much like the original guy from the original film. He's very, very closely knit to him. They've sort of mixed Bram Stoker's Dracula's names with the Nosferatu characters and that. When I think about all three of them, they all bring something to this sort of uh, this this story. So we'll talk about that in the final verdict. I'm scoring this an amazing watch and giving it a 9 out of 10. Really, really cool. It's a great film, it's a classic story, and it's fantastic to add this to my collection. I now have all three versions of Nosferatu, so it's really, really cool. The pluses of the edition is it looks stunning. It looks really nice, but I've been told that the Blu-ray looks pretty much the same as the 4K. I've been told they look pretty much the same sort of transfer, so that's pretty cool. The acting's good, the story's fantastic. So we're going to get to where I said to you that all three of them bring something to this story. The first one brings atmosphere and eeriness. It's really creepy in atmosphere. This one brings the most beautiful environment of all, or out of all three of them. The environments and the locations in this are phenomenal, absolutely beautiful, and it's also got the best soundtrack, I think, of all three. And the Robert Eggers one brings to it the most beautiful version, the most incredible filmed and amazing looking, authentic looking sort of film. It's phenomenal. But this one brings like the locations, but it's really, really cool. So all three of them bring something different into the edition. The negative of this one, now there's absolutely zero gore. This should have been a 12 or 15, or I mean a PG, not a 15. It's a 15 certification. There's absolutely no gore in it whatsoever. There's no real shocking moments in there, or any sort of... There are a few eerie moments, you know, which are really, really cool, which I really enjoyed. Some of the moments where we get like dark views of the Count when he's sort of like at night time. There is some quite eerie moments, and obviously it's of its time. It was filmed just like, if you saw anything else around this time, like the TV, it has got a bit of a Shakespearean play about it, this version. It plays out like that, and it's also like the TV programs of the time that we had over here, and some of the films that were made for TV, like The Woman in Black, and all those kind of things. It sort of plays out that kind of atmosphere, Day of the Triffids and all that sort of thing. It's got that kind of atmosphere on it, that very early 80s atmosphere. Although it was 79, it feels like an 80s kind of like film, but it plays out really well, and it feels more like a British film than a German film. It is a German film. It comes with 3 different dialogues. When they filmed this, they filmed it in German, and they shot the scenes again in English. So you have the option. So I watched the English version, obviously. And it's really, really cool. Great to have it into my collection. Nosferatu, the Vampire, 9 out of 10. You guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you think of it. Really cool film. Absolutely, really enjoyed it. It was such a good watch, and I'm so glad to have got it into my collection. I've actually ordered a copy of it for my lad, because I think he'll enjoy it as well. So there it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful way it's set out. I love all the black case, the black and the black. This looks phenomenal. This would have been nice if the cover was reversible, but it's not. Because if that would have had this, but on the black version, I probably would have swapped it around. But there we go. That is my review of the 1979 version of Nosferatu. Guys, check out some other horror channels. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Man View Film, RS Design, Pizzawell, I'm Icelord, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Grumpy Andrew's Horror House, and The Maniac, and Sammy G's World of Cinema, and Skin Crawler. And a massive shout out to my lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.